So I originally wasn't going to do a review on this book because it's just so short, but honestly, I thought about it for a little while and I figured, might as well just throw it out there. So we'll just have a mini review. It'll be like 3-4 minutes long, and we're going to talk about Killing Gravity. And I read this one on my phone, so I don't have a copy of it. Normally this is where I'd hold it up. Just imagine I'm holding up a copy of it.
This is the introduction song. It's not very good, but it's not too long.
This book is very, very simple, sort of thriller story. It's about a woman named Mars, who, as a child, she was experimented on by a company which gave her telekinetic powers, and she escaped years earlier, and now she just wanders around the universe doing, like, bounty hunter stuff and just being herself, basically. She doesn't have any grand plans for domination or revenge or anything, at least not at first. She's just trying to survive. And this book is extremely short. It's only about 108 pages, at least in the copy I read. Like if it were double the length, it would still be pretty short. So I read it in like a day and a half, I think. And while it wasn't really my thing, I thought it was pretty good. It's impossible to talk about the plot really without giving away massive spoilers. So basically, Mars runs into stuff, and then crazy shit happens. There's some neat action scenes, and then there's some sequel baiting at the end. And it was fine, you know. The biggest thing, honestly, is just that it moves at such a crazy-ass breakneck pace that it's impossible to really get attached to anything, or for any sense of mystery to be there, or for anything to really sink in. And that's my biggest problem with this book, honestly. It just doesn't spend any time doing anything. It just moves on to the next thing immediately. And if that's what you're into, then okay, that's what you're into. This will be a decent book, I'm sure. Just for me, it annoyed me. The characters are all fine, honestly. Yeah, Mars is actually kind of good. The book is told from her point of view. She has some interesting commentary. Like, she has a... sorry, my nose itches a lot. I don't know if you noticed. She has some interesting commentary. She has this real sarcastic way of putting things. She's funny, you know. That's really the biggest thing. She's funny. She's kind of a bitch at times, but honestly, it's understandable given the circumstances. Other characters didn't leave much of an impact, but they're there, you know. Other than one, who I'm not even going to talk about because spoilers, but she is someone connected with Mars's past, and she's actually kind of interesting for the very little screen time she has. But I mean, yeah, and the villain is just a dick. He doesn't have any reason for doing what he's doing beyond just being an evil dick, and just... yeah, he's not good. Well, I think I mentioned before the action scenes are pretty good, although, again, they move by so quick that if you're not paying attention, you can kind of lose track of things, but, whatever. Beyond that, there's not much else to say. You know, this book, I normally like sci-fi, but the world building in this gets sort of thrown out the window, because, once again, it's just so short. Like, that's what I keep coming back to. This book is extremely short, and there will probably be sequels. I don't think I'll read them. And this book, I really didn't enjoy it all that much. However, I do have to give it a lot of respect because it knew exactly what it wanted to be, exactly what it was trying to do, and it just wasn't meant for me. I understand that. Like if you're into quick-paced thrillers, you might enjoy this one just fine. As for me, wasn't my thing, but I don't really regret reading it or anything. So solid recommendation if that's your thing. And the next book I review is taking a really long time to read because it's a long book and also it's just fucking painful. I'm sure you'll all be very surprised when hey, get that off the screen, come on. So if you could subscribe and shit, that'd be kind of nice. You can watch my meltdown over my next review, and possibly me enjoying books after that. But, you know, what kind of faggot reads books because he enjoys them?